So come, let me show you around. This is the first phase of the engagement, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the time frame?
So that is why I mentioned 36 months.
Like you already know, my name is Anthony from Real Estate Investment GPS, your guide to the right real estate investment decision. And in my quest to get you the best of the best opportunities, I came across this particular estate, Meadows Estate, which we are launching today, like I told you earlier. And luckily for me here, I'm here with the project manager, Mr. Emmanuel. And I'm going to be asking you some few questions right now. Good afternoon, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good afternoon, my brother. It's a pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
So this is a very good project, and I love everything I've seen here so far.
Thank you.
But I want to ask you a very quick some few questions. You know,
please.
First one is can you give us a brief overview of this place in 60 seconds?
Okay, so I'll tell you, Meadows is a place to be. It's one of the best estates we want to see around in Ibeju Lekki, and we've projected it to be the South Out 4 project. So that means if anybody is looking for a serene environment in Ibeju Lekki, it has to be Meadows. So we've positioned it to speak to that aspiration of our customers by making sure that we put all the necessary infrastructure, the amenities that will drive that value. And we're not joking with it. We've been in business for over 16 years. Same thing we've been doing. So we will always do better. So I'm telling you that if you are to see Meadows, it's going to be strategically better than what you have done in the past. And trust me, so it's a good project.
All right. So please, thank you so much for that answer. Then the next one is this. Can you please point us to some of your projects, the ones you are running from?
So I'll tell you, as a company, we are a group of companies, and we try to create a market segmentation for all our products. So we can be talking of projects in Banana Island, Ikoyi, Victoria Island, Oniru. So we have projects in that areas. Like I said before, I said we only want to be in the strategic locations. So we believe that this project is in the strategic locations. We have a project in Banana Island called L5. We have a project in Ikoyi called Sky Villa that is about 80% completed. We have a project in Oniru that is called Paramount Twin Tower that is currently undergoing construction. We have projects in Songotedo called Grenadines Homes. So those projects, they are all in strategic locations, and we've done a lot delivering all these projects.
And I must confess that I've been to your L5 project in Banana Island. Okay. And Paramount Twin Towers in Oniru.
Okay.
It's an excellent project.
Yes,
in
indeed.
Fact, my client bought 5 units.
Wow.
From that particular project.
Wow.
So it's a very nice project.
Thank you so much.
I've known this company for like 2 years now. I think everything I've done with them, I've not regretted.
Thank you.
They are really awesome. But I still want to ask you something.
Please go ahead.
Okay, fine. Now, Mr. Manuel, this is your project.
Yes, please.
But now, with all the knowledge and all the information you know about this project, if you were a client, can you tell me 5 reasons why you personally buy into this project? Okay,
so I'll tell you very shortly that this project I can vouch for you is a project that will give you high capital appreciation. Your return on investment on the immediate is about 40%. Do you want to think about the government interest, both state and federal government? That strategically today we have the seaport very close to this project, and they are up and doing. So the projection is telling us that we have about 300,000 employees, direct and indirect, more than 300,000. So what I just need to do is just to target just 10% of that, and I target the 10% of that to bring them to my estate. So that is telling you that this estate is going to give you a serene environment. It's going to give you a smartness in nature. It's also going to give you an eco-friendly environment, and aside of that, you're going to live with people of like mind, and you will have a robust infrastructure. Just to mention figures.
Just give us 4.
No, I think I just mentioned 5. I talk about robust investment opportunity. I talked about living in a serene environment. I also talking about using technology to drive the estate, and I also talk about the business opportunity here. And at the same time, I am saying that I will give you robust amenities also.
But then I found 9 more reasons.
Okay, so what kind of returns on investment are we looking at here?
So I'll tell you. For example, there was an analysis that was done recently when we are looking at when the custom moved to the Lekki deep sea port. One of their greatest challenge was accommodation, because they were looking for where is comfortable for them to stay. So I am telling you that in this environment, you have a lot of business opportunity here, and people needs a very good place to live. So to start with, what if I just build maybe a unit or 2 units of buildings here? I've done a research that told me that to get a 3-bedroom apartment here is not less than about 3 to 4 million naira. From 3.5 million naira to 4 million naira. That is the same rate you get in some locations around Lekki, and you are getting it in Ibeju Lekki. So if you have a product, if you have a building here, and your interest is just to do a short let or rent or anything that can quickly bring a turnover to you, so you want to consider building here, because it will give you the value in making. And that's it.
I must say that I have enjoyed everything you said.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, I still have some more questions.
Please go ahead.
All right. So, but let me first of all talk about the price, because I know that most of my viewers right now are inquisitive, trying to find out the price of this property. Can you tell us the price and the payment plans available for this property?
So I'm going to tell you, the price starts from 30 million, all fees inclusive. That's when you are buying outrightly. To 36 months, if you are paying with your payment plan. For example, you want to tailor the payment plan to suit your own plan and your inflow also. So we can look into that, and that is why you are paying 36 million. And we can do that from 6 months to a year, or a little bit above 1 year. So
okay, that's to say, if I'm buying outrightly, I'm paying 30 million.
You are paying 30 million.
And that is all inclusive.
All fees inclusive. All fees inclusive. I like to tell you everything, because I never want to come back to you and say, oh, you have this price to pay, you have this to pay. It shouldn't be like that. So I should tell you everything. You get your land. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it.
Alright, that sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, one more question.
Please go ahead.
Now, looking at this environment, right, what are you looking at in the next 5 years for this place?
So I'll tell you, in the next 5 years, people will have at least about 300% capital appreciation. At least 300% capital appreciation. That I never want to overpromise. That is why I mentioned 300%. Real estate is one of the sectors that give you that kind of return on your investment. Capital appreciation.
When I came in here, the first thing I did was, when I sat down, I used my Google map to check the nearby facilities and the companies around here. So when I spotted it, I found out that the seaport, the deep seaport, which is already functional, in 6 minutes precisely on the Google map. Then I also found out that the refinery is just 19 minutes from here. I also found out that the Electric Beach is just 8 minutes from here. So that's with so many other things happening around here, which I know about. There are so many, I think there are over 70 multinational businesses in presently. They all surround this property. So looking at all those things, I think that is a very good opportunity.
Very good opportunity.
And also looking at that, I believe that this place is going to appreciate more than that represented.
I am very sure. I am very sure.
I so much believe that.
I am very sure.
And also the plan that you have for it, which you have told me. All the plans that you showed me about this place, I'm very optimistic. And,
please.
And already, I love this place. But one more thing, you don't told us the title of this place.
So I'll tell you, the root title of this project is a consent judgment. Consent judgment means that this land was a compensation from government to Ajah royal family for their land taken for royal gardens. So government gave them as a compensation, and they gave them all the necessary documents. So the families are so wise enough, they took that document to court to say, court be a witness between us and the government. And they got court to give a consent. So they took that consent to the Ministry of Land, and they register it as a title. That gives them a leverage, because the freehold on this land it cannot be underestimated. Now we've gone further to process CFO for this project. Wow. So at the end of everything,
after doing my analysis on the Meadows, I came up with the conclusion that it is a very good investment, because if a plot of land in Lekki currently sells at 250 million naira, and in Meadows you get the same plot for 30 million naira, and if rent in Lekki phase 1 is at an average of 4 million naira, and you still get the same rental value in Meadows plus capital appreciation, then Meadows is a very good investment for you.
As your real estate GPS, it is my duty to navigate you through the best of the best real estate investment opportunities. And I think I've done my job by showing you this beautiful opportunity right here in the center of Ibeju Lekki. And if you know what is happening right now in Ibeju Lekki, my dear, you will grab this offer with both hands. Right here, we have just 79.9 hectares. I know that I'm looking at someone through this camera who can take 30 hectares out of this 79.9 hectares. And that person could be you. Meanwhile, we are still open for those buying a plot, 2 plots, even 10 plots, 25 plots. You are welcome. My name is Anthony C, your real estate investment GPS. Thank you.